Once upon a time in ancient Greece, there were a group of winged gods who were known as the Erotes. They were closely associated with love and sexuality and were considered to be an essential part of Aphrodite's retinue. Among these gods, Eros was the most prominent and had a more complex mythology than the others. Although Eros was the most well-known, there were other named Erotes like Anteros, Hetelogos, Hermaphroditus, Himeros, Hymenaeos, and Pothos. Each of them had their own unique characteristics and traits but ultimately represented the same theme of love and sexual expression. The Erotes became a popular motif in the Hellenistic art period and were often depicted as winged figures. Following the Greeks, the Romans also began depicting multiple Cupids or Cupids and Psyches. Later on, the later tradition in Western art rendered these figures as indistinguishable from those known as Cupids, Amorini, or Amoretti. In essence, the Erotes represented the power and complexities involved in love and sexual desire. They have remained a recurring theme in art throughout history and have continued to inspire artists and writers alike. Once upon a time in ancient Greece, there lived a group of winged gods known as the Erotes. They were associated with love and sexual desire and were a part of Aphrodite's retinue. Each Erote represented various facets of love, such as unrequited love, mutual love, or longing, and they were often linked to particular aspects of love and associated with same-sex desire. Despite their role in classical mythology, stories of the Erotes' mischief or pranks were highly popular in Hellenistic culture, and the spells to attract or repel them were believed to induce love or its opposite. The Erotes were often portrayed as nude, handsome, winged youths, and their representation, sometimes purely symbolic, was sometimes portrayed as individual characters. The earliest known sculptured friezes depicting a group of Erotes and winged maidens driving chariots pulled by goats were created to decorate theaters in ancient Greece in the 2nd century BCE. The representation of Erotes in such friezes became common, including Erotes in hunting scenes. The presence of Erotes in otherwise non-sexual images, such as of two women, has been interpreted to indicate a homoerotic subtext. In the cult of Aphrodite in Anatolia, iconographic images of the goddess with three Erotes symbolized the three realms over which she had dominion: the earth, sky, and water. Some believe that even though the Erotes are associated with love and sexual desire, they're manifestations of the singular god, Eros. The legacy of the Erotes lives on today as they continue to inspire artists, poets, and lovers everywhere. Despite being created over 2,000 years ago, the remarkable considerations of love, relationships, and passion are still relevant and important to this day. Anteros, the god of requited love, was a powerful figure feared by those who dared to reject the advances of others. He was known as the Avenger of Unrequited Love, born from the passionate union of Ares and Aphrodite. As a child, he was gifted to his lonely brother Eros as a playmate, but there are other accounts that suggest he emerged from mutual feelings between Poseidon and Nereides. Regardless of his origin, Anteros was depicted much like Eros with butterfly wings and sometimes longer hair, armed with either a golden club or arrows made of lead that could strike into the heart of the ungrateful lovers. Despite their similarities, Anteros and Eros differed greatly in their roles. Eros was the god of fiery passion, while Anteros represented mutual, mature affection. As the god of love returned, or counterpart love, Anteros celebrated the mutual love that was cherished between people. He was the embodiment of true love, compassion, and commitment. Many believe that Anteros even had the power to reconcile estranged lovers. Throughout history, Anteros remained a beacon of requited love and a warning to anyone who did not appreciate the love given to them. Through his powerful presence, he reminded us all of the importance of cherishing and celebrating the love that is returned. Once upon a time, long ago in ancient Greece, there was a deity known as Eros, the god of love and fertility. Eros was one of the Erotes, a group of winged gods associated with love and lust. He was revered as the original and primordial deity of love and sex, and his Roman equivalent was Cupid. In some myths, it was believed that he was the son of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and Ares, the god of war. Eros' association with athleticism was so strong that statues were built in gymnasia. These statues showcased his lean and muscular physique, which symbolized his physical prowess and athleticism. However, what was interesting about Eros was that he was also considered to be the protector of gay relationships between men. This was a rarity for a deity of that time, and it is a fact that many people find surprising. In art, Eros was often depicted with a lyre or bow and arrow. He was also frequently seen in the company of dolphins, flutes, roosters, roses, and torches. These symbols represented different aspects of Eros' personality, such as his playfulness, musical talent, and the fire of passion that he ignited in people's hearts. One of the most famous depictions of Eros was the sculpture, Eros and Psyche, by Antonio Canova. This masterpiece shows Eros embracing his lover, Psyche, and it captures the intense emotional connection between the two. It is a testament to Eros' enduring influence on the arts and on human emotions. Despite being a god from ancient times, Eros' legacy lives on. He remains a symbol of love, passion, and intimacy, and his spirit continues to inspire artists, poets, and lovers around the world.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.